Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Primetime with Alex Stein. I'm your host, Alejandro Stein. And yes, we've had big guests on this show. We've had my biological stepfather, Tucker Carlson, on this show. But this next guest is the most monumental person in waking me up and developing the man that you're looking at today. With no further introduction, I welcome on the one, the only, Alex Jones. Alex, how are you doing?
I'm a shrimp on a blimp.
Finally. We're finally here, Alex. Okay, tough question. I want to start off with a tough question. What do you say to the people that say you're controlled opposition, Alex?
I've been asked that question probably about 10,000 times. It's very boring.
I know it is, and I don't think you are, but I'm saying they always say that about me. They say, Alex, you're working for Israeli, you're a Mossad, that's why you're successful, this and that. I'm saying, how do you, what do I say back to that? Because then I say, oh, I'm not a shill, I have had that all the time. I know you have expertise in doing that. What is your best advice?
You know, there are a lot of people that either say people that work for the Vatican or they work for Israel or something. Yeah. And most of them don't have big audiences. Yeah. So they can get a big talk show host to say, no, I didn't, I'm good. It's like saying, why did you rape your wife? Or why did you rob that bank? If some schizophrenic I'm at a red light says, you're a murderer, I just ignore them and go, that's a schizophrenic. So it's people that want to feel like they're holier than thou, and it puts them in a superior position because they have like one topic they talk about. I mean, I can post a meme about transgender surgeries targeting kids, and I see a bunch of stuff in there about, oh my God, you're coming for Israel. And so it's a total distraction, total diversion, but it's how we're starting this interview. And so that's the type of stuff that we're dealing with. I mean, I put out a tweet last week. I retweeted Owen's thing about how there were members of Congress, all upset about foreign influence of $10 million of Russian money or whatever into the media, and then the very person saying that is promoting massive billions from Israel into the U.S. Yeah. So the tweet was a criticism of Israel and undue influence inside the United States, and I think it's a big issue. And the people were like attacking me, why are you coming for Israel? So that's a thing where people think if they cover that exclusively, that it's like really the most taboo thing, and there's a big thrill. Yeah. So it's kind of a one-trick pony. Okay. I am opposing the policies of the big banks and BlackRock and the globalists. And so I can get everybody in a big tent, no matter if they're old, young, black, white, Hispanic, gay, straight, whatever, to not want to have totally open borders and carbon taxes and forced injections and hundreds of thousands of deaths from fentanyl and sexualization of children. But if they can make it racial, see, the left on one side wants to make everything racial, because they don't have to actually cover real issues when they do that. And now there's been a vertical integration of wealth and things the last few decades by the ultra-rich that are actually posing as liberals to create this paradigm. And, at the same time, there's just really no reason to sit there and even respond to those people because it doesn't do anything.
So don't respond. I'm just saying, I get that constantly. People say, oh, you're only successful because you're a government plant. But what we do know is COVID was a total scam. And one thing they hid from us is this delicious paste. It's called ivermectin. Now, I take a little bit of this every day. They say it has anti-cancer benefits. Did you know that, Alex?
I take it rectally.
I'm willing to administer it if you'd like, but this is how we do it. We start off every episode a little bit of this. A little ivermectin. And then cue the music. Little smelling salts. Hit it, AJ. Oh, that hurt. It burns good, doesn't it? Woo! Now we're ready to get into things. We started off something serious, but you have been so good at exposing so much stuff, Alex, and this is the biggest thing I think you exposed. You talk about the sexualization of children, and you see how many people identify as gay or trans now in schools. It's like 1 out of 4. It might even be higher. It's been proven that atrazine does cause frogs to be gay. Why does everybody like to talk about gay frogs, Alex?
I heard a guy once talk about that.
Yeah.
Look, atrazine is the second most highly used in the United States. Other countries have banned it decades ago. Herbicide to kill weeds and stuff for farming. And it hangs around forever, and it runs off into the water supply. And even the allowable parts per million that's in our water supply on average is enough to bend the gender of most frogs. Now, what happens is that all embryos in all species are female when the zygote forms. But particularly in mammals. And then in the first few weeks, depending on the chemicals that the placenta is releasing, it then affects and it's also how the sperm and egg went together. That's going to decide it.
Yeah.
Whether it's X or Y chromosome, whether it's a boy or girl. But chemicals can block the full transformation of the zygote, that is the forming embryo, in those first few weeks. And so women that have atrazine and a whole host of other chemicals in them, it doesn't make the male baby a pure female. But what it does is it changes cellular development in the brain, so the brain is more of a female brain. And it bends the gender. It causes, in major studies, a smaller penis size, and to the point of they're estimating within another generation or so, basically men won't have penises anymore because of the atrazine. I'm dead serious.
No, that is serious. You see the chart where penises are getting smaller. You've seen that. Where no, you're exactly right. Like,
absolutely. So that's
feminization. Hips are getting.
When we take Asia, they've dug up skeletons from 10,000 years ago in Asia that are in the rural areas that weren't eating a bunch of soy, and they have large penises. This is a thing you can notice anatomically that's easy, folks. The other stuff's happening during the body. That's the easiest thing to see. And then you look at modern Chinese and stuff, on average, have the smallest penises, and that's because of the soy consumption. It is an estrogen mimicker that in utero particularly does that and causes smaller penises. So atrazine is just way stronger than soy, and so this is a well-known thing. And so if you're taking plant estrogens, that's going to happen. And so that's,
I'm taking those. You looked at me. I said I'm a plant-based, and you just laughed right in my face. So I'm screwed. I'm fucked. I mean, am I going to become trans? Is what you're saying, basically? I
mean, look, there are chimpanzees in a part of Africa. They're twice as big as the other chimpanzees. The gorillas are scared of them, and they eat
bamboo, though, right?
No, I'm about to say, they eat the other chimpanzees that are herbivores.
Oh wow!
So you can look up. Joe Rogan talks about it. It's true. There's only a few areas they have. They're called the killer chimpanzee. They're twice as big, and they're
meat eaters.
They look more like people. They look more Homo sapien, and they kill and eat the other chimpanzees that are vegetarians. And that's because over millions of years they started eating meat and mainly bugs, and so they're bigger and stronger. Their brains are bigger and they're tougher. And so any culture that's mainly meat eating is larger, stronger, faster, because we were an omnivore. We're not supposed to be herbivores. Supposed to eat everything, but it is true that we're not. Our stomachs are only designed to eat mainly meat, but the rest of our cells like it. So we're a creature that's transitioning, and that's when you see in Africa, in the development of man, if you believe the whole evolutionary curve, but certainly I think God did it, but there's God does these different ways.
Because evolution is
well. Here's what we know: as people start eating more meat, and instead of hunter-gathering, we see Homo sapiens getting bigger, stronger, and larger brains.
Well, I thought somebody was going to come do something. Jimmy, where the fuck is Jimmy? What were you waiting on?
Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing on your phones, man? Get off your phones.
I mean, dude, no, but seriously, how dumb are you, Jimmy? What did we say? No, before this, Alex, I said, when we start talking about atrazine, the gay frog's supposed to come on and do what?
Be gay.
And seduce Alex. How much longer are we going to talk about atrazine while he's sitting here?
I thought you were calling me on set.
No, just come on set. We got Alex fucking Jones. We're trying to do the whole bit. Drink the gay water. We'll try to massage him, try to do the bit.
All right, let's do it. Walk off set.
Oh, my gosh.
For the atrazine.
You don't have to walk back off set. Get the fuck on set and try to seduce Alex Jones. What the fuck is wrong?
Hey, Alex, I took some of your water, and I feel a little fruity. So here's the thing. You've had Tim Dillon, the gay manatee.
I'm not really attracted to amphibians.
But you've
Drink
never
the water.
been
Drink
with the gay
water,
frog.
Alex. Do you want any of the water?
You
the
want
water.
Some of the gay water?
It's only water.
No, I already probably gotten enough of it.
Are you sure you don't want any of the gay water?
Here's the thing. Me and you, we could run away to a country with no extradition laws. And we could just forget everything. I won't let the government take your assets, Alex Jones.
Hey.
I won't let it. I'll yell at them like you yelled at Piers Morgan.
I don't have that many assets, so it's okay. Well, listen. David Hogg, when I talked about the frogs being gay, he said, what's wrong with frogs being gay? They don't have babies anymore, and some species are going extinct because of the atrazine. So you don't want to not be able to have babies. Well,
He already has a baby.
Let's take this away.
Oh, here, give me. This is what we do. Get out of here! Get out of here, Jimmy. Sorry about that, Alex. Sorry. This usually happens. We get wet on this show. It's a wild show. Alex, do we have a towel? Jimmy, get the man a towel. Hurry!
Get off your phones, damn
Get
it.
off your phones and get a fucking towel, dude. Gosh, I'm sorry, Alex. That's my.
Rip it off Gavin now.
I know, we're trying to rip everybody off. Everybody's talking about the gay frogs. But let's talk about a
By
serious.
the way, I'm not knocking you, but people say that they're jealous because you're successful. You are successful, but this is kind of like junior high theater back here.
Of course it is, but that's what we want.
The point is,
well, actually, let me argue.
Go back to this. Not about them and their thing, but here's the deal. You went around all these city councils and were funny and interesting, and got a huge following on your own. You did it by your hard work. Well, people in their mother's basements jerking off to Adolf Hitler newsreels are jealous of you. That's all it is. So quit responding to them, damn it.
Yeah, but
the reason I went back to that is, please stop.
Being so sophomoric.
Instead of responding to them, why don't you tweet like, Adolf Hitler's the biggest loser ever, and then troll them to get 5 million views?
Yeah.
Why do you let them troll you?
Well, I mean, just people who love to troll me, because I'm the troll, so they want to troll the troll. But this is what I have to talk about you, Alex. And I would never, ever give you a criticism. You've been broadcasting.
Let's talk about AOC's big juicy booty.
Real quick. Don't take it off, because you get mad at this. Alex, you are unironically the funniest comedian next to Donald Trump. And I don't think you realize. Like, I know you're good friends with Joe Rogan. You're funnier than Joe Rogan. I'll tell you, Joe Rogan, Alex Jones is funnier than you. I'm sorry. It's just the cold hard.
Well, Joe has told me that to my face.
Exactly. So, how would I know that? How would I know that?
You must not have seen Joe is way funnier than me.
No, he's not. No, he's not, Alex, because when you just are being yourself and your passion, you're able to channel comedy that's real. And that's what people want, because you're talking about this dark stuff. So my criticism is, yeah, maybe I'm a little too clownish, but I don't think you're clowning enough, because you are so funny. You're just naturally so funny.
I'm funny looking, so I'm so fat.
You look good. You look good. You got a beautiful wife. What are you worried about?
I look like I've been smoking weed or something.
Yeah, well, here on this set, you might have got a contact.
Alex, I got some mixed bugs for you if you want some low-calorie food.
You were supposed to eat the bugs when you're already here, Jimmy.
You
That's like, I'm a frog. I eat bugs. Would you like some?
Yeah.
Hello, I'm a frog.
Jimmy went to Princeton. What do you think about these Ivy League schools? He went to Princeton.
Hey, the thing is, he's following Klaus Schwab's ESG rule. Eat bugs, you start getting some corporate funding.
And he went to the same, what was it, gay re-education camp as Mike Pence?
Mike Pence, yeah. Gay conversion therapy.
He did gay conversion therapy.
You're joking.
No, he did it. Mike Pence. Tell him, Jimmy. Tell him about your experience.
No, yeah, he didn't really want a gay producer, so he sent me there first, and now I have a daughter, so.
It worked.
So it worked.
It does work.
Worked like a charm.
You actually had a real gay frog over touching me?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Well, no, formerly gay. I'm not gay.
Former gay, Alex. Please do not put that on him. He's not gay any longer.
Here, do you want any bugs, though? I'll seriously give you some.
No, he doesn't want any bugs. Now the bit's stupid because he can't even see the fucking bugs, Jimmy. Gosh, I can't wait to fire Jimmy.
But they said it's impossible to be ex-gay. The liberals said that.
Is that true? Is that what they say?
Well, yeah, they want to outlaw it. People should be able to do whatever they want.
Well, there's a joke. They say, like, you bake one cake, you're not a baker. You make one shoe, you're not a cobbler. But you suck one dick, and you're a homo. That's how it works, All right, thank you for that. We needed that. All right, now, I want to react to something because we only have you for a limited amount of time. I was just in New York City, and we don't need to play the whole clip, but let's just play a little bit of it to show Alex. This is me getting dragged out of City Hall yeah,
I saw this today. This is huge news.
Here, let's see.
It's illegal.
I'm suing them. Yo, it's illegal as hell. But, I've sued multiple jurisdictions, and I've won in New York. I've already sued New York. I just won in Plano, Texas, just settled with them, because these people don't respect the First Amendment, and that's a lot of what I do. It's like First Amendment auditing. So let's play a little bit of this clip.
Yes,
I am. Quit shutting me down. Are you going to stop the clock? I'm here to bring up 9/11 truth, and you're trying to stop me because you don't like this.
Are
you the same person that said the EPA?
NYC ferries development and its ticketing system?
So, hey, are the ferries under the Port Authority's jurisdiction?
And the possibility
Let me just tell you this. Listen, you're trying to hide the truth. If you look into 9/11, you guys lied. You said the air was okay. The EPA said the air was fine on September 11th, and all those firefighters that got cancer and died. What do you care about them? What do you think about those? What do you think about all the people? No, it's not my time. So I didn't have a camera film me. This is where they grabbed me from the back, Alex. They ripped my jacket.
What is going on?
And they're dragging me right there. That's them dragging me. So now I'm trying to leave.
Can I get my phone? Guys, grab my phone. I'll leave. Keep going. I'll leave. We got it. Keep going.
So they're pushing me.
What is going on? Why are you touching me?
So first of all, they're allowed to kick me out of a meeting, but they're not allowed to kick me out of the building. And I didn't even do anything. She didn't even have me removed. She didn't even hit her gavel to have me removed. And they pre-removed me.
You mean liberal cities or police states? I can't believe it.
Yeah, I know. I mean, listen, we don't have to watch the whole thing, but it gets crazy. It just, Alex.
Yeah.
But this is the reason why I love Alex Jones, is you taught me a lot about 9/11.
I like your dad. Your dad's really funny.
My dad's cool. I texted him. I don't know where the hell he left. I think he's, I don't know what he's doing. He's probably with some ladies or something. My dad's a pimp like me. But, what the fuck, Alex?
Is he a pimp on a blimp?
He is a pimp on a blimp. I'm the baby pimp on a blimp. But 9/11, we just had the anniversary. You're never going to tell us the truth. They're able to find the passports, and we don't have to go into some long diatribe. But sadly, nobody gives a damn that they know it's an inside job. What the hell are we going to do?
Well, 9/11 was just like COVID. It's another big deep state operation to create a police state, to get us to train, to give up our rights. TSA internal checkpoints while the border's wide open. Building 7 was blown up in front of everybody. They said they were going to blow it up on the news and blew it up, and so they never said that. Then we have the newscast. Missile hit the Pentagon. I mean, we know that. It doesn't mean radical Islam doesn't exist. But notice once we went and attacked the Middle East, and we opened the borders up and brought them here. It's all part of a larger plan. And so just like COVID, it's about getting us to accept a police state and getting rid of our liberties. It's one of these big events they use to further bend us to their will.
Yeah, you know, one of my conspiracies that I spent a lot of time looking into, that I'm passionate about as well, and it sounds weird, but Princess Diana, you know, I believe Princess Diana.
Oh, they 100% killed her.
Yeah, they killed her. Explain to the people that don't know. They look at you so crazy, but that when she was in the accident with Dodi Fayed, they went past 14 hospitals and drove for over 30 minutes in this ambulance when there was a bunch of hospitals nearby. So why would they want to kill him? Was it because she was supposedly pregnant with Dodi Fayed's daughter? And
Yeah, she was about to go public about it all.
And they just killed her. And one of your most viral clips on Andrew Schultz's podcast talking about how Prince Charles is related to Dracula, or I guess the person that Dracula is based off of, Transylvania.
Well, their whole lineage, the Saxe-Coburg-Gothas, isn't even British or Scottish or Irish. It's not even German. The original big lineage, there's 2 lineages. There was the Norman that came in about 1,000 years ago, and William the Conqueror, 1100, about 900 years ago, a little more than that. And you got the Viking group, and then you've got the whole East European folks that fought the Muslims. Vlad the Impaler was their kind of patriarch, and that all comes together into the Saxe-Coburg-Gothas. So he lives there part of the year. He actually moved into Dracula's original castle, and he says that he traces his lines back to Dracula, and he looks just like him.
Yes, sir. I have to text my producer because he's an idiot. He keeps messing up, but he does look just like Dracula. I think more people should be aware of that. Now, we talked about the gay frogs. We talked about 9/11.
Make it a major part of the show to yell at your crew.
That's what I do every day. It's like Gary, when Howard made fun of Gary. That's what I like to do. I like to beat up on my crew because it's like...
Well, they really are nice, but that was incredibly stupid to not come over here when you called for the frog.
I know. I mean, how slow. Thank you. Finally, Alex Jones. Guys, this guy's a legendary broadcaster. He knows timing. Sadly, my producer doesn't. He went to Princeton. He's an actual idiot. And it just shows you that they do have a special needs program because that's the only way he got in. So, listen, we talked about a lot of conspiracies. One of my favorite conspiracies that, I'm very close friends with Eddie Bravo. And you laugh at Eddie Bravo. You laugh at me when we say the moon landing's fake, Alex. Why do you think the moon landing was real when you believe that the government lies about everything else? Why do you trust him on the moon? Please tell me that. That's the one.
No, it's not. Look, I love Eddie. Eddie's right about a lot of stuff. And I've known him for 20-something years. The only time he gets mad, though, at dinner, he starts arguing about the flat Earth.
Yeah.
Or Antarctica and this stuff. And I get it. We've been lied to so much, you can believe whatever you want. But I know how I've seen the models. I've experienced it. I've had telescopes. But
less than 200 people have been in space. So.
I've been an amateur.
I've
been an amateur astronomer, and I've seen out there. You can even see Saturn and Jupiter turning. You can aim with a green lens so you don't burn your eyes out.
You always say this. You do say this.
You can look at the sun. You see it's turning, and so if you look when the universe is exploding, back in the past,
is that what you think happened? Do you think 2 rocks smashed together? And
it's still expanding. If you take a welding arc while you're welding and it's falling through the air, when they hit the ground, they're little bitty spheres.
Okay.
So that's why the planets are spheres. So they're still not cooled off. The moon's cooled off, Mars is cooled off, but ours still has a molten. It's not even cooled off yet.
Well, but I did hear you say 2 things. So do you believe that there was a Big Bang, even though that was created by a Catholic priest forever ago? Do you think 2 rocks just smashed together and everything came from nothing?
No, I don't really ascribe to the theory of that you got to have some of the earlier quantum mechanics. Now they're seeing that the universe is way older than they thought looking back, and they're seeing other explosions going on. Hundreds of billions of galaxies have been chronicled, trillions have been photographed, and so it is expanding out, and there's a lot going on. And in the 1970s, the government could shoot a cruise missile down a chimney. I know that they faked a lot of photos, like they do now for events. They'll Photoshop stuff and things because they wanted to have it look better. You couldn't bring film to the Van Allen radiation belt. Yeah. You'll ask also when the lander takes off.
It looks like shit.
Well, it has to be very light. When the lander takes off, you see a camera go up. That was radio controlled. Yeah. So that when that did, they had a radio signal. Kind of like when you hold on, like when you click and your garage door opens.
Yeah, I understand.
They had a garage door opener.
I know, but Alex.
So when they did that, they did that, and so that was all really light. Mm-hmm. So that's why it looks like crap. Is because I knew Raymond Teague. He died a few years ago. Mm-hmm. He was the head of mission control for their cameras, RCA cameras on the moon, and then they put laser cup links, laser relay lasers and laser reflectors on the moon.
Yeah.
You can go out to major
Well, you can look
events where
it's funny because you can look actually USC, the college, they were actually able to shoot a laser off the moon before they ever went there. So we've been reflecting lasers off the moon since before we went there. Did you know that?
So what do you think's up there?
I don't know. I'm just saying something is they're not telling us the truth because this is why it's
You
important.
think the Earth's flat?
I don't know. I don't know if I think it's flat, but I do think the Earth is the
maybe-
center of the universe. This is what I do think.
So maybe it's a big giant like floating island?
No, that's what they say. Just like when they say, "Oh, do you think the Tower 7 just collapsed on itself?" Like I get what you're trying to do.
No, I like that congressman. What's his name from Georgia that says the islands float?
Well, I know. Well, I mean,
Marjorie
listen,
Taylor Greene.
I don't think that was Marjorie. Is that Raphael?
Get off your phones!
Yeah, stop it. My point is, Alex, I'm just saying, you admit that they lie about everything. I just feel like the moon landing's totally fake. And then what they tell us is they want to hide the existence of God. But I don't believe we
You know what's not fake? You're talking tonight through digital systems to people anywhere in the world that want to watch.
Yeah, but we didn't have a fax machine during the moon landing. So much less a cell phone, much less a button that we can control something 257,000 miles away. It just, I think.
Yeah, but humans are incredibly good at stuff.
We are?
Those type of test pilots, the people that were using for that.
Are humans good at? I mean, this is be real, Alex, and this is just real. Are humans good at stuff? Because we're going through an election right now, and Kamala Harris has been vice president for the past nearly 4 years.
Well, there's definitely a thing to put dumb people in power so they get to blame the globalists sit behind the scenes.
But now she's garnering support, and these people are not realizing she's campaigning against herself. She's already been vice president, and they think that they have some new person, like she's going to do some different job when she becomes president that she couldn't do now.
Well, I mean, obviously she's totally incompetent.
Yeah.
If you read what the Club of Rome and the globalists said 20 years ago, they said we're going to put incompetence in and discredit the system while it carries out our agenda, then people will hate their governments, their systems, and give up on it. Then it'll fully collapse. And instead of having a system with some checks and balance that's horribly corrupt and out of control, you'll have total global corporate rule, even worse.
Yeah, but my point is that the normal American will think, oh, she's good. She's a black Indonesian woman. We need that. So I'm just saying.
Indonesian.
Whatever, India, whatever the hell she is. I don't give a damn what she is.
The larger point is, Alex.
What's the larger?
I'm not putting you down. I'm not saying you have a right to say it. Mm-hmm. I have a right to say what I want. You know, you don't. I'm not mad at you or Eddie Bravo. I think Eddie's really smart and funny and great and right about 90% of the stuff he says. Mm-hmm. It's like the flat Earth people. There's the Catholics run it all, the Jews run it all, the flat Earth. I just don't obsess on one issue, and I'm not saying you're doing that.
Yeah, I do.
And I'm not saying that. I mean, who knows? This might all be just a simulation.
Yeah.
You know, so we're kids.
But you believe God's real, right?
We're some kid's ant farm.
Maybe, like in Men in Black, at the end of it, you know, we're just some little marble in some kid's marble bag. You know, that was kind of.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, but I mean, I believe in, I know God's real. We're these interdimensional creatures, has been proven by the mathematics. I don't think everybody's interpretation of the Bible's right or accurate, but you all have your own individual interpretation of that I think is accurate. And so that's just where I'm at on that. But I just, what we know is the Federal Reserve's private, run for profit.
Yes.
And my thing on flat Earth or the moon landing has always been this. Those are what they want you to cover. That was always acceptable on the late night shows, and that was always acceptable in the magazines and the newsstands to talk about Bigfoot or flat Earth or when you go to the moon. They don't want you talking about fentanyl killing 200,000 people a year. They don't want you to talk about 325,000 missing children they admit are kidnapped, the government brought in, probably 1 million, but that's who they know. They don't want to talk about the U.S. giving heavy weapons to bomb inside Russia right now that can lead to major nuclear war. They don't want to talk about the fact that the dollar is being devalued and we're already insolvent. So if I can't get people, back when I had Rex 84 and government documents and congressional testimony from C-SPAN, and maybe they built camps for us that are waiting, people couldn't believe that. So why am I going to get into a nebulous? But people love something esoteric. They love something Gnostic.
You nailed it. We do want to know esoteric knowledge.
Well, but it's more than that. It's kind of like, look at that cloud. Do you see a giraffe or an elephant or nothing? People love something that's esoteric because they can project whatever they want. It's like the Q thing. Said Trump would be, win in 2020, and that he would replace Biden, on the steps of the inauguration. Didn't happen. And the main reason Trump did win, but not as much as he did in 2016, so they were able to steal it. And that's what the polls number. I had a big top Rasmussen head of polling on a few days ago, and he said, landslide in 2016, they couldn't steal it. They saw evidence of that. But it was so overboard, they couldn't steal it, too big to rig. Not a landslide in 2020, they were able to steal it. Bigger landslide he's seeing than 2016. That's why they tried to kill Trump, and they're going to try again. And then I get the conspiracy theorists, who are the real conspiracy theorists.
Say it's all fake.
Because they've been lied to so much, they don't believe anything, going, a bullet's big, it hits your ear, it goes away. No. If you graze something, I could sit here, like I said, and I could shoot a watermelon at 150 yards like they did. It acts just like a head. And I'm a good enough shot where I could definitely put it in clamps and start shooting about 1 inch above it and just move it down and then shoot where it grazes and only scratches the surface of the watermelon. You'll see just a little graze. I can tilt it down, and that gun will put perfect grooves through it. So that's what it does. That's what a graze does. That happens all the time in war. People will get hit. They just bleed because it's just a little fleck. It just goes. See again. It just
grazes right by.
It goes right by. But the left is so dumb. They put up whole cartridges with the bullet and go, this big old thing hit them. That's how dumb they are. And so the left, the Q-tards, or Blue Anon. The Blue Anon is the Democrat version of the Q-tards.
Very familiar. Yeah.
RFK, Jr. doesn't matter, but JFK Jr. is coming back. Remember a few years ago, about 1,000 of them showed up at Dealey Plaza.
Right here, Dealey Plaza. I was there. I covered it.
Yeah, incredible, believing that second coming was about to happen.
It was pretty retarded, I guess you'd say.
It was very retarded. So what I'm saying is, question everything. Don't believe what the government media says, but if the airline says your flight should be landing at 6 o'clock, they might be an hour or two off, but they're trying to get it there on that time.
Yeah.
So, if you hear there was a tornado here, most of the time that's true. Or you're wearing a blue suit. Yeah, you're wearing a blue sports jacket. Or I'm wearing a black shirt. I got a bald head. It's also then you just don't believe, anything because everything's a lie. The globalists don't have that much power when it comes to politics with big stories. They can get a spin going.
Yeah.
Like, there was nobody eating animals in Haiti or in Little Haiti there in Springfield, Ohio. And of course, now there's hundreds of police reports and videos, and they're killing cats and butchering them and having cooking recipes for people. It's all there. And just like there's no Venezuelan gangs, even though there are. So they try their own conspiracy theory. The Blue Anon says nothing exists, and Kamala's a genius. Remember, Biden was the smartest guy in the world. He was invincible. He was the greatest person the Earth's ever seen. And then suddenly he's the worst ever. We got to remove him. So it was CNN's job to remove Biden, and he deserved it, but to destroy him. They let Trump have a fair debate. Now it's their ABC's job to install Harris, and so they attack Trump 3-on-1. See, that's real stuff you can watch and analyze with words and logic and say, hey, that does look like an earpiece. Well, it's not the exact clamp. Oh, wait, they sell it with that clamp. Hey, she's always wearing them. She's clearly pausing and waiting. They probably gave her the questions before. Donna Brazile gave them to Hillary before. So stuff they do over and over again, and then if it looks like the same pattern, it usually is right. That's why it's not hard to say they're about to try to kill Trump, as I said every day for the last year, and then it happened, and now I'm saying they want to kill him even more because they failed, because it made him even bigger. So a lot of this is pattern recognition, but you don't want to be in a feedback loop of disinformation patterns like the Democratic Party. You want to be actually logical and learning more.
Yeah, but that politics are just the entertainment division of the military-industrial complex, right? At the end of the day, if Trump's gone, they're just going to be some neocons. They're going to put us into war. You became laid back. I'm saying, who did you go after
but
first?
Alex,
George
that's why.
Bush? So you're saying conservatives are they all good? You know that a lot of them are even worse than the liberal left. Like AOC is an idiot, but at least I do believe that she's being honest.
You want her juicy booty.
I want her jucy booty. Yes, everybody does. Let's not come on, unless you're fakakta or something. But
I'm going to ask AOC. I'm going to tell AOC. Tell her I know. I'm inviting her out on a date.
Yeah, she'd probably have a restraining order on you. Okay, are they going
That's a
to?
joke.
I know, but are they going to crash a plane? They killed that Boeing whistleblower. They can't make Boeing planes.
They killed a couple of Boeing whistleblowers.
But you say we're so smart, humans are so smart, yet the newest plane, the Boeing MAX 8 jet, is so well engineered that it's just nosediving. The computer system's just nosediving. So I fly every weekend. I'm very worried that they're going to have a plane crash.
That's it. Where do you fly every weekend?
What? I go all over. Right now I'm going to Tim Pool's show tonight. I'll be on Tim's show. Do you think Tim's a Russian asset, or do you think that was all BS?
Yeah. Sorry.
Well, you messed up here, Alex. Here, let's do this recreation. I know. Let me see that. Let me see the spirit. Hold on. Okay, let's recreate 9/11. Hurry. All right, I'm going to hold the towers. See how many buildings you can knock down with this plane. All right, get it. Hold on. Get the handheld. Make sure it's good. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, one. See, they were able to do 3 buildings with 2 planes last time.
Building 7.
Building 7 just crashed in on its footprint. Okay, Alex, we got to.
Can I respond to what you were just saying?
Yes, please.
What you're doing, and I'm not criticizing, I'm just saying it's an interesting thought processy. You're very black-pilled.
I'm very black-pilled, yeah. They killed my mom, Alex. I watched my mom die. They gave her remdesivir. They tied her to a bed. I watched it happen. How could I not be black-pilled? I couldn't even stop it. I told them, don't give her they did. Why am I supposed to have any hope for a future when I know how terrible it is? I grew up in a bail bond office. I know how everybody's either addicted to drugs, addicted to this. I know the real world. I know we like to be, cutesy patootsy and act like everything's okay. Not everything's okay. Most people are struggling to make ends meet. So I just don't have a lot of hope when 1% of the population has 99% of the wealth. How are we going to make this country even livable for people my age can't buy?
No, but can I respond to that?
Yes, please.
I'm making a statement out here. What I'm trying to say to you is, we know things are bad, so you don't want to be delusional and white-pilled, and you want to be awake, and you want to be trying to fix things. I call that like green pill, believing in the evergreen spirit of humanity, versus black pill, that everything's doomed. It's very easy to say everything's crap, everything's bull. I mean, you were saying, isn't politics just the entertainment division of the military-industrial complex? Yeah, they were. I mean, Kennedy didn't go along with it. They killed him. He wasn't perfect. Reagan was kind of being his own guy. They shot him to try to get him under control. So they want to make presidents pure puppets. That's why they hated Trump. They hated Trump beyond everything because he wanted to actually run things and it was actually caring about the people. And so the point is, all their propaganda wouldn't be getting spewed at us. They wouldn't be trying to censor us. They wouldn't be coming after people if they were invincible. They're not. And, Trump said 2 weeks ago, he goes, it's really amazing. Wow, the alternative media is really starting to get some audience. It's really hurting mainstream. It's not mainstream. This show will have more viewers than CNN's top shows. Their top shows have a million viewers or something. It's a joke, ladies and gentlemen. We had 15 million viewers just on X for the debate coverage the other night. I mean, it's insane. So we still act like they got more money. They're all propped up. It's a bigger facade, like the Wizard of Oz. But it's a little man behind the curtain, and it's Toto, who's not all scared of, I am the great and powerful Oz, that goes and pulls back the curtain. So it's a process, and look how far we've come. Seems like things are worse now, a lot of it because the globalists are in trouble, they're dug in, and the world's awakening, so they're in panic mode.
We only have you for a few more minutes. One of my favorite documentaries you did, the Obama Deception. How big of a homosexual is Obama? He wrote the letter to his girlfriend saying that he fantasized about gay sex. There's rumors that he was gay sex. So I think, wasn't in your documentary? We talked about him hanging out with this Muslim.
Yeah, I mean, my biggest issue with Barack Obama is not that he's bisexual or whatever.
I don't care that he is either. I'm just saying.
I mean, my issue is they can compromise him with that. We never saw any evidence that Barack Obama is a pedophile.
Yeah.
But a bunch of the Democrats and some of the Republicans are.
Well, Bill Clinton, Dennis Hastert was the Speaker of the House. He was
Definitely.
a Republican. And then Bill Clinton's on the Lolita Express 26 times. So I think you could argue that he's probably some sort of.
Yeah, Bill Gates and all of them. So yeah, what I'm saying is that's kind of the currency, but it's not just that they want to hurt kids. They want the power. They use it as a club. Like they know when they go to Epstein Island, they're doing it to be compromised in the club. It's a rite of passage. Like smoking peace pipe with the Indians or whatever, taking ayahuasca. So that's what's going on. But no, I mean, look, you do a great job. It's important to bring humor to this, levity, because this stuff gets so serious. I should do more comedy. I want to invite you down to do some comedy with us.
Please.
And your dad's really interesting. I've seen him on the show before. I want to get him in studio. Talk about all those wild stories.
You need to get my dad in studio. Okay, but before we end this, do we have any cigarettes? And do we have, I think I got some fidget spinners right here.
Give me a cigarette.
Okay,
I don't want to go. I just want some coffee.
Give me a cigarette. Chase, do you have some cigs? Do you have any? Who has them? Do you have any cigs?
Where's my car? You won't get them.
Get them, Alex. Oh, my God. Oh, shoot. Maybe we have some right here.
I'll stay and smoke a cigarette.
Damn. Okay,
That's something I'm still doing occasionally.
Go get some cigs. Go get some cigs, Chase. Run. I thought we had some more cigarettes.
The lighter's in the front.
Oh, my.
Hey, come here.
Whose car's yours, Jones?
I mean, are you set to a time? Do I have to go?
No, you don't have to go. We're not set for
but I want to get back to this.
Yeah. Let's smoke some cigs.
Something.
Just keep talking.
These aren't real cigarettes.
No, these aren't cigarettes. So we're going to get the cigs. We love cigs.
No, but I want to be clear. Somebody that's, I'm inventing a term, a green pill that believes in the evergreen power of humanity.
It's powerful. You just created green pill. I'm not just saying that. Keep going. This is going to be a great clip.
Well, just believing in the power of humanity and life itself and consciousness, and that we go through these cycles, and that it is a process of being white-pilled, awakening, becoming red-pilled, then getting really upset when you learn the full extent, becoming black-pilled, but then realizing only through God and reaching out to fellow humans and creating beauty and honor and strength by example, can we be the example of the evergreen growth of humanity and the timelessness of that, and that is the green pill.
And that's what we got to fight for. Now, Alex, let me just seriously talk to you about something. I know that you are under immense stress because you've had the weaponization of the government against you. How do you keep the energy, Alex? Seriously, I mean that because I get tired. You work 10 times longer than me. You work probably 10 times harder than me. Not that I don't work hard. How do you have the energy to work this hard? You really do. And people don't realize when you press record or go live and you have to broadcast in front of millions of people, it takes a lot out of you. How do you have anything left in the tank, Alex?
Well, for a long time I've been drinking too much, but I stopped that. So I feel pretty good. I've been exercising again. And I don't want to say I got black-pilled psychologically, but I kind of got somewhat black-pilled in just the overwhelming doom and the lockdowns and the problems. And I don't want to say I got depressed. I've never really been depressed, but I just got kind of fatalistic.
Yeah.
But in the last year or so, I've been pulling out of that fatalisticness, and I always have energy. Today I'm really relaxed because I normally don't have a problem sleeping. I driving up here. I got this big jumbo delicious coffee.
Yeah.
It's one of the, like at Buc-ee's or something.
Extra caffeine.
And so we got on the road at 7:30. And it was bad traffic, took 5 hours. And I was a bad person. I drank that jumbo coffee, and then about an hour outside Dallas, got another one. So I didn't sleep last night. So I'm actually very relaxed. I mean, I can barely keep my eyelids up. And I'm going on another great show, too. So that's why I need to drink some more coffee.
Yeah,
I need to intervene in his coffee.
Hurry the cigarettes. Okay.
No. I feel great, actually. I just Glenn Beck just.
That's a legendary interview. Now, let's talk about this, though. Alex.
Got an ashtray?
No, just ash it on the floor. I'll vacuum it up. Let me hit one of those. You got a lighter? You don't mind if you bum me one, do you? And then what I want you to do. That's good, guys. Ooh, I love that Native American spirit. They say Indian cancer is you can fix cancer with finbolone. You ever see Finbin? You ever heard see that?
It's a black sap or whatever.
Or whatever. They're saying that can cure cancer. You know they have cures to cancer, right?
They definitely have treatments that are extremely effective compared to bug poison. They charge you $10,000 a usage of. That's what chemotherapy is.
It's such bullshit, though. They've raised billions of dollars for cancer research, and they act like they don't have any idea how to kill a cancer cell.
Well, you know what the cure to death is?
Life.
Once you're dead, you're dead.
So there is no cure, I guess?
Cure to death? No, seriously. Having children, you live forever. Like, you don't look at grass and say it died, it just comes back,
I guess that's a good point. That is
We're part of a timelessness.
Well, Alex, do you ever feel like, the legacy that you leave on this earth, that are you happy with the legacy? Because I'm a diehard fan. I'm just saying I'm a diehard fan. You're always going to have diehard fans. But are you ever worried they're going to say, oh, Alex is a Sandy guy, this and that? Or are you worried about your legacy? Because you'll be remembered for generations upon generations, in my personal opinion.
Well, I'm not trying to do that. But it is true that their attacks on me took me from being really big, I've been around 30 years, to be all over the world.
But you've had a huge resurgence ever since Elon let you back.
We were quite frankly, I might have been bigger before that because everybody was sharing the clips anyway.
You were the #1 channel on YouTube. People don't realize this. On YouTube, InfoWars.
Well, I don't want to say I'm that important. The point is that what I represent, populism and the awakening and the green pill movement, we're not launching here today.
We're launching the green pill movement here on the blimp. That's legendary. We just created the green pill.
Give me some kind of green pill URL.
But I think the green pill, you don't mean a weed gummy, right? Even though, because everybody's on weed gummies now.
Hey, Chase, get us a green pill URL.
We need to order that right now. But Alex, I'm not here just to try to, I don't have my knee pads on. I just do appreciate so much.
You're not like Kamala?
What? With Willie Brown, she was S-ing that D, and she's with Montel too. I think Montel's even the bigger thing, that she was banging Montel.
Well, that's fine. What I don't like is her putting innocent people in death row knowing they were innocent.
Well, what do you think about all these conservatives that are ultra Puritans? Because I don't really like OnlyFans. I think they're getting too many girls into sex, but I like boobs. I'm not going to sit here and lie.
I'm not a big porn guy. I like the real thing. It's kind of like I don't want to eat cherry pie. I don't want to smell the scratches.
You want to eat it? Yeah, no shit. Yeah, that's how I am too.
I don't want the scratches.
When you see fajitas at the restaurant, I'm going to order fucking fajitas. You know what I mean? You see it sizzling. I don't want to just smell that delicious smell. So I'm the same way, but I just think that this over-sexualization, these kids, do the kids have any future?
Well, if you sexualize a child before puberty and then you can brand them with an imprinting really strong. So they're just imprinting socialism, communism, globalism, nihilism through sex with kids. It's the most evil, psychological warfare evil, and that's terrible. What adults do they do? I've never been on OnlyFans. I've never...
a lot of people on
That's not really my bag. I know that's... Look what the left did, though. I see the statistics where they tell women in Germany, if you're on welfare, go become a prostitute.
Yeah.
And they make them see so many Johns, and they make them see Johns they don't want to see. That's in Germany now. That's rape.
Yes, that is 100%.
So they're like, we've liberated you. You must all be hookers now.
But in Dallas, you drive down Harry Hines Boulevard, there's 20 prostitutes walking around in thongs. I mean, just the prostitution, sex sells. It's the oldest business, you know. So I don't know. I guess you're never going to stop it, I guess is my opinion.
Yeah, but they're definitely pushing it on young girls. How is that liberal? How is, oh, you're going to be an astronaut. Actually, you're going to be a whore. And by the way, you got to serve 10. In Germany, the women get 5. They don't service 10 men a day, and they can't refuse any men. That's rape. So I don't think ladies of the night should be forced to have sex with who they don't want to have sex.
Are we really winning the culture war, Alex?
I think we're kind of hit bottom and bounced a bit. I don't know if we're going to sink back down even further, but I hope we're not in a dead cat bounce right now, but we're definitely bouncing. People are recognizing it. And recognizing a problem is really the first part of fixing it.
Wow, Alex, you know, you said a lot of important things. The green pill movement, we started today. Alex Jones coined that phrase. You should trademark that ASAP.
Well, I think I coined it. People usually have thought of something before me, but...
yeah, I know. That always happens, but it's like parallel thinking, right?
Big thing is I'm still on air. You want to update on InfoWars?
Yes, please. Oh, my gosh, of course.
Okay, so remember 10 weeks ago, all of the news, InfoWars is
You're shut down. Everybody said it.
And the U.S. trustee appointed by the judge, being a controller, with the Justice Department, without a warrant, without an order, came to shut us down. We said no. They said in the news they want to shut us down. They went to the court, said I was an evil person. The judge said it's not true, fired them, but said because Jones is in personal bankruptcy, we're going to sell InfoWars. So InfoWars goes up for sale the 24th of October, and if people buy it that I like, I'll keep it going. I hope they do for the crew. If they don't, I'll have to do something else. You'll work with somebody else. I can't own anything, and people come after. That's fine. A lot of people want to hire me. So they're not going to shut me down. The problem is they want to shut everything down like Brazil's doing right now if they get control. They're trying to come after everybody's free speech. So I can be found for now at Infowars.com. Find the streams at Infowars.com/show, Band.video. And I hope people follow us, not just at Band.video, our own video platform in the last 6 years of censorship, but now that I'm back on X, at Real Alex Jones. We're doing a lot of good work there. And you were on my show today when I was doing Glenn Beck.
Yes, and we're about to wrap things up. This is the last thing I want to talk about, though, and I said this earlier. Alex, you are so funny, and I want to play this video. I want to play this video of Alex. This is my favorite video, a great song. Here, look at this monitor, so it's a little better now. Let's play the clip. I don't know what shot it is. I lost that. I think
Are you talking about this song?
This song, Alex, is one of the greatest songs of all time. Can we show all of us? And what I got is, I got you a fidget spinner. If we could recreate the most iconic moment ever, Alex. Wanna kill baby. Guys, this has been an exclusive with a man, Alex Jones, the legend himself with the fidget spinner, the king of all conspiracy. We love him. Some of you losers hate him, but you guys suck. If you don't like Alex Jones, you're a loser. Thank you for watching. Everybody go to Infowars.com right now. Thank you, Mr. Jones. You are an icon.
We love you.
We love Alex Jones. That's great. Thank you. Man, that was awesome. Thank you so much.
I'm so fly, I'm aligned with the planes. My grind so refined, I got no time for no games.